everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
Hello everybody, I am Shane.
And today we have our lesson on our translation practice. And one of the topics we'll be talking about is...
getting enough sleep.
That's right.
Going to bed at a reasonable hour. Not going to bed too late.
I think staying up late is not a good idea. You know, getting enough sleep will help you have a healthier body.
I kind of argue with my mother-in-law about this because she'll say I stay up too late.
Okay, so what's too late?
But that's the point. What does it mean to be too late? I think the important thing is how much sleep you get. I don't think it really matters so much what time you're going to bed or what time you're waking up. It matters how many hours of sleep are you getting. So I do go to bed late, but
How late do you go to bed?
I probably go to bed at 2 a.m.
That is late.
But I work late because I'm a teacher and I teach night classes. I don't get home until around 11:30 at night.
Okay.
So by the time I get home, it's already 11:30. I need to relax, sometimes eat, take a shower.
Wow.
But I get enough sleep because I will sleep until 9:30.
So you get like 7 to 8 hours
7
of
to
sleep.
8 hours sleep, which should be enough.
Okay.
Because it's dangerous if you don't get enough sleep.
It is, and it really causes a lot of, health risks if you don't get enough sleep.
Yeah,
Whenever you get sick, I think the most important thing is getting enough sleep, drink enough fluid, and then just to rest and eat healthy food.
Yeah, so I think it's about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And it really not only will it affect your physical health, but
mental
it really
health.
affects your mental health. Doing well on tests.
Right.
Just your intelligence, your alertness, and even your mood.
And then whether or not you can concentrate.
Yeah, just being happy in general.
So get enough sleep, guys.
You need enough sleep.
And try to go to bed a little earlier than 2 a.m.
I don't. Depends on you. Depends on what time you need to wake up, right? Okay, enjoy.
Okay, enjoy today's lesson, guys.
Translation practice. Practice A.
My mother retired a couple of years ago, but she's still involved in a lot of social activities. For instance, she helps out at a hospital 3 times a week to keep herself busy.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Hanny.
Welcome to this month's translation practice. Today, as always, we are going to be translating Chinese into English like experts.
That's right. But before we begin, everyone, there's something you have to know. Translation is tricky business. That's where we come in. We'll be your translation guides, so to speak.
You bet. Okay, let's get started by taking a look at the first sentence of the day.
好，今天要翻译的第一个句子是我妈妈几年前退休了，但她还是参加许多社交活动。那句中的主词是我妈妈，动词是退休了。至于时态的部分，前半句提到妈妈几年前退休，这是在描述过去发生的事，因此用过去简单式。那后半句提到妈妈现在的情况，因此是用现在简单式。
All right, everyone. Let's kick things off by explaining a couple of phrases. And here are the phrases. A couple of years ago, or a few or several years ago. Now, everyone, the words couple and few and several are often used when referring to an indeterminate amount of something, like years. So if you have a couple of things, a few things, or several things, you generally have 2 or more things, though not many of these things. Now, in some cases, the words couple and few mean 2 and 3 respectively, though for our purposes, you need not attach specific numerical values to these words. Anyways, for example, I've collected comic books for a few years now. I started collecting comic books a couple of years ago. I now have several comic books.
好 ，Jeff 老师从几年前开始搜集漫画书，到现在他已经有不少收藏了。我们要表达几年前，英文可以说 a couple of years ago。A few years ago, several years ago， 其中的 a couple of 它表示两三个或者是几个，那之后要接复数可数名词。例如 ，Her husband quit smoking a couple of years ago。她老公在几年前戒烟了。Okay, it looks like a few more phrases are coming our way.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. You seem to be on top of your game today, Hanny. You seem to be fully involved in this lesson. Be involved in plus noun or verb ing, or be engaged in plus noun or verb ing, or take part in plus noun or verb ing. Wow, that's a whole lot of talking. Let's start explaining now. If a person is involved in something, engaged in something, or taking part in something, this person is focused on this thing or is participating in this thing. A person who is said to be involved in something, engaged in something, or taking part in something is putting time and energy and effort into that thing. Now, one note, for emphasis, you can use the verbs get or become instead of be, as in, get involved and help your community. For example, he took part in a public performance of Hamlet.
哇，他有参加哈姆雷特这出剧的公演诶。那当我们要表达参加某事物，英文可以说 be involved in 什么什么，或是 be engaged in， 或是 take part in 什么什么。那么后面是接名词或是动名词。好，其中的 involved 它是形容词，形容参与的或是投入的。它的前面可以用 be 动词，还可以用 get 或是 become 来强调动作。那我们来看几个例句 ：Thousands of workers took part in the protest. 数千名的劳工有参与那一场抗议活动。I don't want to get involved in this argument. 我不想卷入这场争论哦。Emma isn't engaged in planning the party. Emma 她没有参与这个派对的筹备。Okay, so sentence number 1 is almost in the books, everyone.
Right. After we talk about social activities, we can move on to sentence number 2. Social activities. Social activities, everyone, are group activities that people engage in order to socialize. Hence, social activities. Anyway, social activities are things that people do together to talk, to network, to have fun, to form bonds like friendship, so on, so forth. Hanging out, going to the movies, having afternoon tea, etc., are all examples of social activities. For example, is there something wrong with John? He hasn't taken part in any social activities lately.
你知道 John 的近况吗？他最近怎么都没有参加任何社交活动呢？好 ，social activities 就是社交活动，例如 They seldom participate in social activities。他们很少参与社交活动。那例句中的 participate in something 就相当于 take part in something， 表示参与、参加。好了，那现在我们已经学会所有相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be.
My mother retired a couple of years ago, but she's still involved in a lot of social activities. Okay, everyone, why wait? Let's get started on sentence number 2 right now.
好，今天要翻译的第二个句子是，例如，他1周3次在医院帮忙，来让自己保持忙碌。那句中的主词是他，动词是帮忙。因为这个句子在承接上一句，是在描述妈妈的现况，所以时态是用现在简单式。
Next, everyone, we'll be looking at some verb phrases that should look familiar. For instance, and for example. I think we talked about these phrases at some point in the past. Maybe we talked about them last month. Anyway, examples, everyone. Again, are things that can be used to show how something works, to provide proof for something, or to provide a specific illustration of something. Further, for our purposes, an instance is kind of like an example. Now, as for these phrases, the phrases for instance and for example precede examples. They tell us that an example is coming up. For example, and again, here's an example sentence that will contain one of these phrases and demonstrate how it is used too. For example, this house is a mess. For instance, the clutter on the kitchen table has gotten totally out of hand.
这间房子非常凌乱，像厨房桌上已经乱到一发不可收拾了。好，当我们要举例说明的时候，可以用 for example 或是 for instance 来表达。例如，来看个例句 ：There is more than one way to get to the island. For instance, you can go by speedboat. 要去那座岛屿有很多方式，例如你可以搭快艇过去。How informative. So, what's next on the docket?
Let's talk a bit about time.
Time.
3 times a week. That's the phrase, folks. 3 times a week. How often do you do something on a weekly basis? Well, it's funny you should ask. You can do that thing once a week, twice a week, then things change. You can do something once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, so on, so forth. Once, twice, then 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. I think you guys get the idea. For example, I read poetry 3 times a week.
哇，一个礼拜阅读诗集3次，我可能一年都读不到3次。3 times a week 表示1周3次。当我们要表达1周几次，这个英文的说法是用次数加上 a week。那么1次叫 once， 2次是 twice 或是 2 times， 3次以上就是直接用数字加上 times， 像是 3 times, 4 times, 10 times 等等。例如 ，They do grocery shopping twice a week。他们去买日用品杂货，一个礼拜会去2次。Okay, before we take our break, we have another common English verb phrase to discuss. The phrase help out.
Help out. This phrase is pretty simple, everyone. If you help out or help somebody out, you help or you assist someone or something in doing something. Now, this phrase can be used without an object, but if you want to specify what you're helping out with, you can do so by adding with noun to the base phrase. For example, can you help me out? My bike is really stuck in this mud.
我的脚踏车卡在泥巴里，你可以帮我吗？好 ，help out 它表示帮忙，它是片语动词，那之后可以接 with 加上名词来表达协助处理什么什么。Help out 它有及物跟不及物2种用法。当不及物用法的时候，它写作 help out with something。那当及物用法的时候，它写作 help out somebody with something， 或者是 help somebody out with something。如果这个受词啊是人称代名词，那就必须摆在 help 跟 out 之间。例如 Her son often helps her out with chores。他儿子经常帮他做家事。好了，那现在我们已经学会所有相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be,
For instance, she helps out at a hospital 3 times a week to keep herself busy.
Okay, with that, it is now time for a break.
Correct, but don't go away. We'll be back with the second half of this month's translation practice lesson soon.
Translation practice. Practice B.
Many students stay up late studying or surfing the internet, so they don't get enough sleep. Such habits can result in various health problems over time.
Welcome back, everyone. Hanny and I are here to finish up this month's translation practice.
Before the break, we translated our first 2 sentences. We now have 2 more sentences to translate.
Yes, we do. And without further ado, Let's take a look at the third sentence of the day.
OK， 今天要翻译的第三个句子是：许多学生熬夜念书或是上网，所以睡眠不足。句中的主词是许多学生，那动词是熬夜。由于这句是在陈述事实，所以时态是用现在简单式。
Anyone else tired? No? Well, maybe that's because you guys, you all got a good night's sleep. Me, I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy because I stayed up well past my bedtime. Let's take a look at some phrases right now, folks. Stay up, burn the midnight oil, or pull an all-nighter. Folks, these phrases are quite easy, even for a sleepyhead such as myself. If you stay up, you don't go to sleep until very late at night. Further, if you pull an all-nighter, you stay up all night so as to work or to study, and while doing these things, you just don't sleep at all. Then last but not least, the phrase burning the midnight oil refers to working until well into the night. That's all there is to it, really. For example, before the final exam, I pulled an all-nighter.
应该有不少人都曾经在考试的前一天熬夜吧？那要表达熬夜，英文有几种说法。第一种就是 stay up， 它表示熬夜，深夜不睡觉。那常常跟副词 late 一起用，表达熬夜到很晚。Stay up 之后也可以接动词 ing 来表达熬夜做某事。那如果是接不定词，也就是 to 加原形动词的话，就是表达为了做某事而熬夜。好，另外如果要表达某人熬夜到某个时间点，你可以用句型 stay up until 加上时间点。好，例如 He stayed up until 3 a.m. playing online games. 他熬夜玩线上游戏，玩到凌晨3点。好，那么熬夜的第二种说法是 burn the midnight oil， 这就类似中文的挑夜灯。那还有一种说法是 pull an all-nighter， 这是指熬夜，那这通常都是指熬通宵。例如Jake pulled an all-nighter to study for the exam. Jake 他为了准备考试熬夜念书。Well, lucky us. Looks like the next discussion is easy.
Indeed, it is. Surf the internet, or surf the net, or go online. Folks, if you are surfing the internet or the net, you are browsing the internet or the net. Yeah, to go online is to get on the internet by opening an internet browser like Internet Explorer or Safari or Chrome or Firefox, etc. And yes, usually when people go online, they surf or they visit the net. They surf the internet, they surf the net, they visit many web pages one after the other or in succession. They go from one web page to another while on the internet. That's really all there is to it. For example, I stayed up until midnight while surfing the internet.
同学们千万不要熬夜上网哦，网络这么方便，你明天白天再上网也可以啊，你那些网页又不会跑掉。好，要表达上网，英文可以说 surf the internet 或是 surf the net， 还可以说 go online。那要特别注意的是 internet 跟 net 它们字首的字母要大写哦。例如 She spent 3 hours surfing the internet， 她花了3个小时在上网。再看个例句。I went online to book train tickets. 我上网订火车票。好，那现在我们已经学会如何用英文表达熬夜还有上网，那可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be
Many students stay up late studying or surfing the internet so they don't get enough sleep.
Okay, with that we have arrived at the final sentence of the day. Yay.
Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at sentence number 4.
好，今天要翻译的第4个句子是久而久之，这样的习惯可能会导致各种健康问题。那句中的主词是这样的习惯，动词是可能会导致。那我们用情态助动词 can 来表达可能会，那后面记得要用原形动词。好，由于这个句子在承接上一句，也是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
All right, everyone. Here in our final sentence, we'll be talking about time a bit more. Over time, or as time passes or goes on. Yes, everyone, let's talk about time. When time goes on, it passes Clocks move forward, we get older, days and nights advance, etc. Now, in this case, the phrases over time, as time passes, and as time goes on, refer to the progression of time, the gradual progression of time. For example, I figured that I would come to accept it over time. I was wrong.
有些事情可能久而久之会随时间淡忘，你可能会慢慢接受。可是有些事，尽管时间过得再久，心中都还是有芥蒂。好，我们来看一下 over time。over time 它可以用来表达久而久之，或是随着时间流逝。那除了这个，你还可以说 as time passes， 或者是 as time goes on。例如 all languages change over time， 所有的语言都会随时间产生变化。再看个例句。The situation will improve as time passes. 那个情况会随时间改善的。Okay, everyone, we are almost done. Hang in there.
Right. Once we're finished here, you guys can rest easy. So let's get to it. Let's get to the final explanation of the day. Result in, lead to, bring about, or give rise to. Now, sometimes one thing causes another thing to happen or to occur. A cause and effect relationship connects these things. Now, to describe such relationships in English, you can use the phrases result in, lead to, bring about, or give rise to. For example, use of foul language will result in immediate ejection from the Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, why would anyone curse at the Magic Kingdom?
好，如果说脏话或是使用不雅文字，就会被马上逐出魔法王国。我们来学几个片语动词 ：result in、lead to、bring about， 还有 give rise to， 都可以用来表达导致、造成。好，例如 The fire resulted in great damage。那一场大火造成了巨大的损失。Some financial problems led to their divorce。一些财务上的问题导致他们离婚。好了，那现在我们就学会如何用英文表达久而久之，还有导致。那可以翻译整个句子喽。So the sentence could be:
Such habits can result in various health problems over time. Okay, everyone, with that, we are all done. I hope, though, that this month's translation practice has helped you guys out.
Me too. Anyway, translation practice is over and it is now time for a break. But don't go away, guys. We'll be back soon.
欢迎收看《就爱讲英文》，我是悠悠，
我是季安。
在国外银行开户的时候，可以选择存款账户或是支票账户，因为外国人喜欢开支票。
然后还开支票，
对。
那我们来讲一下这两个东西的英文说法跟区别啊。支票账户叫做 checking account。checking account 就是可以开支票给人家的 checking account， 然后这个存款账户那就是存钱的 savings account， 存钱的 savings account。
请问你需要开什么样的账户呢？
哪一种？
哪一种形式？
哪一种？这个英文就是 what type of。What
type of？
或者是 what kind of？What
kind of？
对，所以你要开什么样的账户？
你要开什么样的账户
？What type of account do you want to open？What
kind of account do you want to open？ 你想要开支票账户或者是储蓄账户呢
？Do you want to open a checking or a savings account？Do
you want to open a checking or a savings account？ 两者的差别是什么呢？
差别 ，OK， 那你就可以问他说，这两个有什么不一样？它的优点在哪里？What are the advantages of each？What
are the advantages of each？
哪一个？他们两个的这个优点在哪里啊？当然你也可以说差别在哪里吧。
差别在哪
？What's the difference？What's
the difference？ Yeah， 通常呢，储蓄账户的利率比较高，但是不能用来开支票哦。但是支票账户可以开支票，但是利率比较低哦。这样听懂了吗？
懂。来，利率呢就是 interest rate。Interest rate。所以呢，你刚刚讲的那一堆 a savings account has a higher interest rate。A
savings account has a higher interest rate.
But you can't use it when writing checks.
But you can't use it when writing checks.
啊，你在这个开支票的时候就不能用 savings account，OK？、
是
With a checking account.
With a checking
啊，
account,
有了这个支票账户的话 ，you can write checks,
you can write checks.
but your interest rate will be lower.
But your interest rate will be lower.
啊
那不然就是两个都开就可以几期能够
啊，那是什么语啊？一减二个，
哦，你讲能够。
蒙打减四个。
来看今天的。
Live action.
Hi,
Hi.
I want to open an account here.
Okay, what type of account would you like to open? Do you want to open a checking or a savings account?
Oh, I'm not sure. What are the advantages of each?
A savings account has a higher interest rate, but you can't use it when writing checks. With a checking account, you can write checks, but the interest rate will be lower.
Okay,
Yep.
I will need both actually.